Hey, yeah, hi, we're back. The fucking game crashed. It crashed bad. I don't know what happened. If it crashes again, I'm gonna have to be. Okay, we're back. Hello, sorry about that. The game fucking died. The game, like, completely just, like, crashed bad.
Hello?
Gotta do
A
this whole thing again.
patient. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
I entered some portal and the game did not handle that well and it just crashed. We then got sent into a domain. Okay, we're back.
There you are.
Make sure my mic is
Hi,
working.
Paisha. Are you alright?
So hungry.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Need water.
Alright, we're good.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Huh? What happened? And where? Really? Oh, maybe you're right.
If it happens again, I'm just gonna have to just let the patient rest. He's been on for a while. The chest remained collected
This
though.
place is huge. Paimon knew there's something
What I
off
did
about that
did get
cave.
saved.
Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
I'm not getting the plot now. Let's go. God, jumping fucking sucks.
Shine down.
Scatter! Yeah. 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 What? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not getting enough air to activate that. There we go. Okay, we gotta try this again. We're gonna get teleported. There we go. Jesus. It was trying to render a whole new map and it crashed hard.
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
In Azuma. Oh, don't do this, Constance. You're gonna break my game again. you just activate automatically the moment I fucking touch you, please? Please don't teleporting, don't break my fucking game. Hello.
There is no escape.
I'll protect us.
I will have order. Propagate. Spring forth. Solidify.
Shine down.
Scatter.
Oh wait. I almost touched the thing to push forward. I'm a fairy. Am I supposed to be staying for this? No, that's just she shoots. Okay. I thought the whole area was about to go up in flames of gas, per se. Uh-oh. Wait, what? How do I... Oh, stupid. Wait, where to now? Oh God, please don't crash. Oh my God.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute.
My shit is not
Hey,
rendering right.
what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Oh, why are you even red? Oh, this pulls you again. Oh, hello, painting. My rendering is dying right now. Come on, you're gonna give me a heart attack every time you do this shit. Abyss Herald.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do?
Strange place. Plotting.
Gather.
There is no escape.
Let's dance.
So. Stabilize. Order guide you.
Shine down.
Is futile.
There is no escape.
Scatter.
Oh, his water shield's not going down. What am I doing wrong?
Shine down.
Oh, he's supposed to escape. Okay.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utter. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Wow. Are we out the domain now, or? 'Cause I was wondering why the fuck is that water armor not dropping? Come on. This game's having rendering issues today, it seems.
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing. Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that makes sense. Anyways,
Goddamn Genshin
we can
Impact.
talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first.
Is there a problem, Foxy? What's wrong with Genshin Impact?
Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
No
We
problem.
can put that to good use.
It is just I
Who's
haven't
there?
got far yet.
Tainari, is that you?
Well, this is full of spoilers, so we're in Sumeru already.
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here,
Yay,
here's a
LOL.
letter that he asked us to give you.
Okay, I felt tired today, so I'm not using my camera. But you missed the stream crashing. The stream crashed earlier. We had to do a domain, and that shit did not load right. The rendering was bad.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me.
Well, actually, we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all the...
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the...
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So, you're able to see them too?
Oh.
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul.
And
Even
she
after
just
I opened
disappeared.
my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
Knocked me the
And
fuck
then
out.
I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way...
Get you fed first.
Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature Sweet Madame.
Sounds good.
Don't make me actually cook it, please. Don't make me... Fuck. There's no fire here. God damn it. Make lunch. Oh, thank you. Wasn't it?
Let's use
Oh,
the empty box
fuck.
that Tainari gave us since we already watched it.
Fucking thank God it didn't make me actually cook shit.
Amazing.
I was not in the mood to run around and gather. God fucking bless. They didn't make me run around collecting materials to cook for this bitch. Oh my God, I hate fetch quests like that. I was about
Are
to
you
cry.
already finished cooking?
I was about to start crying. Like, fuck, I gotta make some chicken and a fucking...
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn Ale for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
Like I said, they're gonna
Incense
kidnap
allow
us to try and
people
cut us
connect to
open.
Irminsul.
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Ruka Devata. These special ingredients are conducive to... Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must...
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload. Taking in any sense similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendroarchon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques,
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life.
Whoa, you're really serious.
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irma. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations that's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be...
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects.
Well, damn.
However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from... But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Exactly.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do.
They can't
The
dream.
sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw back then. I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
Of course.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can... World forget me. What could that possibly mean?
The world has forgotten me.
If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might... If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me.
It's probably saying that the world needs to forget me. Like, all this fighting over my fucking power needs to
Now
stop.
that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks...
Whoa, rendering issues. Oh fuck, why did I do that? Rendering, god damn, I'm having some really bad rendering problems. Really bad rendering.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand.
Oh shit, these
I
fuckers.
understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, Your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
I'm not gonna trust that.
There's no definite answer as of
Motherfucker,
now.
you're not trying to answer any
Do you
question.
mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master?
Yeah, I'm not trusting this shit.
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
If you really can't tell me what my job's gonna be, how long I'm gonna be there, I'm not gonna say yes. You could be... Uh-oh. We've been noticed.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing.
Politics.
Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile.
Alright.
Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but...
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that, needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise. So I'll...
Great! Next up, Sumeru City. That's right. Tainari, we have something important.
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to...
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go.
Farewell.
Oh, there's one here too. Did I leave a marking? I did not, so... Almost above that bridge. Fucking lovely.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, well, I'm sorry. But I guess now I understand that the most
Oh
no
my
need to
God.
apologize, Kale. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition. Thank you. That means a lot. Oh? What is it? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? Yay! Thanks, Kale. I
Yeah.
hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember. Well then, I, trainee for...
Wait, it's my birthday. Wait, is my birthday passed? I didn't get another cake? My birthday passed. I didn't get another cake? I just realized that. I guess you have to be logged in on that day, I guess. Gotta wait for this shit to load and hopefully not another rendering crash anytime soon. Whoa, those pillars of smoke over there? Those are pillars of smoke. Over here, what the hell? Something's on fire. There's so much on this map. Alright, we also got multiple waypoints. So we have a tea house. We got the eating place. We got the Veterans Guild, which is great. We have a new waypoint. Alchemy's over here. Library on the waypoint. Cutscene, of course.
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device.
Oh man, they're gonna have fun with
Perhaps
me.
you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved... After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia... As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more...
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling...
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all... Here are your Akasha terminals.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
Oh, I
To
don't actually get to
activate
wear it?
Simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. May them...
Oh, even Paimon got one.
Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check... 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know...
Uh-oh, here comes the Wi-Fi. Here comes the browser search police. He doesn't like what we've been Googling.
Seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us. He's from Sumeru, and even has a position in the academy. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate.
Oh,
let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
Finally, some dark-skinned fucking characters. Not dark, some almost as dark as Kaya and Zingwang. Could be darker. Oh, X26. How can we use this, like, in-game?
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing...
Here! This is a letter from Tainari...
Oh, let me see... Oh! Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So...
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting in...
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't... All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Suristana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able... In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari?
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Drama and gossip.
Paimon's expectations were pretty... So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody... Huh? Like who?
Add Astraskasas, the Adventurers Guild.
You're right!
I saw a spoiler from Twitter, but I think there is confirmation that she is a fucking robot. Which I fucking called.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always...
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusana...
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon.
Why are we zooming in on that?
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating...
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, if you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters. You're welcome. I wish you two the...
Alright, off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
Where the fuck is that at? In the desert? Oh no, right around the corner. Why the fuck is it called a Citadel? It's not an entire city. That's my Mass Effect brain talking. How was I supposed to make that turn? I made the wrong turn. No, we're going for the waypoint. Where the fuck is this bitch? Motherfucker, what are you doing up there? Whoa, giant mushrooms. The cutscene stopped me from spawning back in.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you to.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to...
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but...
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago.
Jesus.
Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusana.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late greater Lord Rugadavara. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rukadevada.
Damn, that's fucked
and
up.
hold her in greater esteem.
Living under the god's shadow.
Not to
that's
mention
crazy.
that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Damn.
Really?
Living under the god's shadow. That's crazy.
After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for...
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the god of...
All right, well...
No problem.
There has to be a way. Thank you, Barbara. Oh god.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems.
Did you go straight for the building it says she's
Isn't
in?
there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Bendito.
Yeah, thanks for the story!
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of...
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali,
I don't like the fact these
tell us
cops are moving
anything
around.
else about her?
Of course. So did you two... I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another...
Those guys got way too close.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! We find... Let's see if we can get...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top?
Did she have bandages wrapped around...
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep... you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax
What the
now.
fuck is
We
going
threw those
on?
people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me.
What did you
Uh-oh.
do?
Looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go.
Alright, let's move out. Stay behind us.
Please don't be a stealth minigame, I swear to God. God, I hate the stealth minigames. Drives me crazy. Did I just see a weird smoke showing that an enemy just spawned in front of me?
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Hey, everyone's favorite girls in the game. I got into this text real quick. Shit. Paimon just sitting there.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they...
I see. In that case, you two should scram.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been...
And if I...
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she does.
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employees.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but... And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents.
Oh, that's what she
This is my
wants you to
life
know.
and my last chance. So I want to do...
My lady, are you sure what you're doing?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask you, but let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because...
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude, just...
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was depleted. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay...
Okay, deal.
Jesus.
Yay! Looks like
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so
I'm sorry for worrying you two. You don't.
Sure. After you rest up, we want to.
Nice music, though. I'm really digging this tavern. Music's good.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now.
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get...
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot, but please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now?
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some
Those
now.
are cakes? Those are big ass
Kind
cakes.
of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. What do you have against my slime dishes? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody would...
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendroarchon?
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, my younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi... Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do I explain this? Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate taking medicine every morning. And that... Wow, you really do know Dunyarzad. Is there... What? No, huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what... Then... can you make... Oh... I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then... can you be my friend?
Oh, shit. Damn, that follow-up question, though.
After that, the voice said, although my body was suffering during those days, that voice beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mom, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor that voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Den. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the...
What's the Sub-Zero's festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal, but because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist.
Wow, favoritism for your chosen god? What the fuck? Okay, let me think about this. Venti dipped. Raiden was over controlling. Zhong Li faked his death to get a vacation. He wanted to be a regular person. He faked his death to stop being a god. What if Kusanali is a prisoner in her own nation? What if the academia, probably led by Dr. Torre, is literally holding their own god hostage, using her for research and shit? Like, no one in her own nation likes her. Like, we seen it in Azuma. People were rebelling against their own god because Raiden was being a bitch. But the fact that the entire nation doesn't care is scary.
Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also followed. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu? The one who sends flowers to the...
Yes, that's her.
Uh-oh.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed...
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much. Even for...
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens...
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people...
Wow, a lot of people dislike the idea of a god because it's a lolly, you know, it's a little girl, people are not comfortable with that. But hearing this story is making me feel more connected to her. She's literally the black sheep. Like, I don't want this fucking kid, I wanted the original. Like, that's a lot of kids are like that. A lot of kids get a it would be really fucking crazy if, like, this nation keeps their own god as prisoner. That would be absolutely fucking insane. So I was checking my phone. My notification isn't working. Someone's been trying to text me all night. Oh, I got a slight headache. Probably just tired. I get some sleep. Treasure Street? That's a weird name. Was not expecting those doors to open like that. I was not expecting to see self-opening doors. Excuse me?
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, autoplay's off as a
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land? Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sub-Zero's festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably?
But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Alright. Ooh, that's a big stage.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zero's festival anymore.
Wow,
Thank
man,
the
they really
Danger
don't.
Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time.
I hope they don't
can't
come
wait to
in
see you on
knocking
the
doors
stage.
talking about this their illegal
You've been
festival or some
practicing
shit.
so long already. It's almost time for you.
It's our dream.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros. The
Nice.
most important performance.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay. Then I'll tell you too about, according to legend, the Sub-Zero's festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful padisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment." Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the Divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Padisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that. So, Traveler and Paimon?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good...
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
I'm scared that academia's gonna send the cops and talk about this is an illegal gathering or some dumb shit.
Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zero's festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusan.
In that case, we'll take a look.
Oh, let's talk to the kid first, because kids apparently still have dreams.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And did you know that the Sub-Zero's festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when...
First, is that you? No, you're Tahir.
Ah, Dancing at the subs. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the lesser. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And the Sumeru's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is until...
Yep.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivity. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia...
I mean...
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the... Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrance... I mean, that's...
Oh, you're into perfumes, Mrs. Princess Warrior. Alright. You like collecting perfumes.
Milu, your outfit looks amazing.
I thought I'd add a little extra
Wow, did you sew all that?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that.
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head.
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
Uh-oh. Catherine. Is she looking for us?
Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild.
You can see the lock key on her back.
This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa, a dependency?
Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say
See the key symbol on her neck.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day.
So this robot gained independence.
But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead...
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here.
I mean, she did...
It looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
She did say that unlike other nations, the Adventurers Guild isn't hired much. She did say that the academia usually hires the desert mercenaries for most of the jobs. So they only hire the Adventurers Guild when the mercenaries can't actually do it. So that's why she has to break. The Adventurers Guild is not really needed in Sumeru for some weird reason.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already...
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element
of Dendro, yeah. Ah, my butt.
There's something...
Hey, Traveler. I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel.
Sounds like a plan! Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia!
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the Master and Mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a
Oh my
soft spot
god,
for
don't call her
Dunyarzad?
like that.
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Oh god, getting so tired.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Uh-oh.
Ah, Dia, what are you doing here? And well, didn't
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the adventure.
No kidding. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out.
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
Don't tell me the Vatiri already came in and took her gnosis already. Let me guess. She's a prisoner, she's locked up in her room. The Academia has already separated her from her gnosis. Had that shit in an observation room, Dr. Totori came in, grabbed the gnosis, and now is on the run. Let me find out that's what's happening.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from the Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City.
Yo, why is he
There are even
aggro?
some
What is he
extremists
doing
who
over
go
there?
around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
Right, The rogue enemies. You saw those in the leaks. The rogue ones.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Okay, they're training. New quest. That's a side quest? What the fuck did I just accept? What? Oh, that's the quest. That's the event that's going on right now. Oh, complete this event, you get her for free. Oh, see, I knew you could get her for free. That's 30 days, so I'll get that going in a bit. I'll do that once the main campaign is done. Because, yeah. She's a bow type character, right? You're also a bow type. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna end the stream soon. I'm getting really tired. It's been a long day. Well, at least we'll unlock the next statue of the Sabbath. Oh. Apologies for that. I just want to make sure I got the next statue, then I'll just call it a night, maybe. Continue it in the part 2 stream. Alright, apologies, entering the text. I want to avoid activating whatever the fuck's happening there. Oh, excuse me. Trippy. Oh, what the?
Propagate!
Fuck.
There is no escape!
And he dropped raw meat. Interesting. A Sumeru rose.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
I'll protect us.
Scatter!
What the fuck is
There is no escape!
Give me.
I'll keep this close.
What is that? That's not a eye thing. I don't know what the fuck that is. Abandon or used house? We climbing, boys. Whoa, what the fuck? That's a ruin grader. What the fuck? Hey, yo! Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? There's a giant rope. How big do ruin guards get? Oh, field tillers. What the fuck you want to call these shits? Bro, what? Oh my god, that's fucking huge. Bro, what the hell? treasure hoarders. Bro, what? How big did Kenya make these things? Yo, I see why Celestia just bombed the fuck out of them. Bro, I completely understand why fucking Celestia just went full-blown genocidal with Kenya, because Kenya was planning to take over the world. I believe that's what happened. Or they were very like, we don't need gods or some shit like that. Bro, they're making giant... Oh, wait, can I get a picture of this shit? Damn it, not the angle I wanted. Isn't it a picture mechanic? You know, I just went all the way around, but... This is a bad angle, hold up. Yeah, I'm thinking, isn't there a picture mechanic that can actually save the picture to my console? Bro, what the fuck? This dude huge. I need a better angle of this guy. And I want a view of his face and his giant hands. Oh, what? I have a camera, don't I? Can I not remove him? This is exactly why Celestia bombed the fuck out of him. Bro, they're making giant Bro, what? I'm honestly less surprised that Celestia killed them all. Bro, they're bidding this shit casually? Just what the fuck? I have no fucking idea if Zhongli and Venti would be able to take that fucker down. Jesus. God, I see why Celestia was scared. Cause what if they? Cause oh my God, I could not see Zhongli taking down two of those shits. Fishing version, no need. Let me guess, this is gonna be above, isn't it? it just so I can get that. Big ass robot.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Well, guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to... We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the god. Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen... Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found...
Ow.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. You see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the
Those students seem to be discussing something.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention...
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called?
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing.
Uh-oh.
They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all...
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds... So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 Mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh, all right.
How much more do we even have? That's not the many I wanted. Ooh. I have 2 million more right now. So I can easily get that.
All my commitments.
Oh wait. Oh, went under. Come on, game. Whoa, I didn't even get finished. Did I just activate the craft mission?
Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things.
Activate
Not
the
to mention all the
event.
tasty food. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name.
How did things end up?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would...
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Oh, what should we...
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone
damn it.
else, they seem really down in the dumps.
Come on.
Let's go find out what's going on.
No.
Hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's a traveler who is just passing by. Is there something bothering you?
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts,
Oh,
the
fuck
best
me.
toy store, and what's bothering us is this prototype Aranara.
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? It looks like a mushroom monster.
Oh, there we have it. The verdict.
Not the first negative feedback we've...
So, what exactly?
So for context, Aranara are magic for the store's 20th anniversary. We plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react. But when we put it out there, the
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids.
Okay, can we walk away? Don't. Come on.
This is not an Aranara. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that Aranara...
Toys do look better when they're round, and Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his... didn't put his heart into it, huh?
Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful and a cute...
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be an Aran.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all? Oh, this is such a shame.
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's... He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we asked Tanja for guidance. But right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for it. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this...
Oh, we have to do... Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you... he doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to... please, if only to put a smile on the children's face.
They seem pretty desperate.
Come on.
Let's help them. Yay!
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. God damn. Oh, my eye.
place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Welcome.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to...
All these guys talk about is the Scar...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant.
How can there be Kairagi here?
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
Yeah, I'm a traveler, so that I'm a student.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that...
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin...
I told you the other day.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then.
Oh, boy.
It does not preclude him from changing...
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the Academia because it just complicates things.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, if, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your...
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Let's go. Okay, I
Please, I
appreciate
beg
that.
you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't... Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Oh, did you see that? He not only got us our more, plus he seems to know a lot about what's going on. Oh, he went that way! After him!
Jesus, this is getting crazy.
Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
Al-Haytham.
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about!
Yeah, get him, ask.
Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for
See,
your
these
next
motherfuckers
meeting.
are really
Even
cracking
if you
down
don't
on
go
me
alone,
for not
you
having a
won't
vision.
regret taking us with you.
These people are really cracking down on me for not having a vision. Someone's gonna get curious and want to know how I'm doing it.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if...
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant...
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating it.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile that. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
Very.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, The valuable ones are a means to Mora for the... Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless Well, I think that about sums it up.
So what did they steal specifically?
Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn...
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell it.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality? Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Oh, that was really glowing.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for...
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal... The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory...
Okay.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Shit, I didn't look at the password sheet.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Okay, so I picked the first one.
These two want to buy unripe horror.
Got it. You two, please follow me.
So I guess the right password, Jesus Christ.
You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta read that fucking thing because I'm about to get fucked over here. Where's the password thingy? There it is. Jesus Christ. Unripe. I got that right. Mouse as customer. Tiger as mantra. Taken by mice. Sold to customers. Confiscated by a mantra. That's not good. So, mouse is me. Tiger is the security. Taken by the mice. If sold to another customer. Taken by a tiger. Was taken by the police. Packed in Sumeru style. To purchase a small amount. Pack in port style. Complimenting a customer of skill corresponds to however fruit that causes dizziness in the ears. Complimenting a customer's urination corresponds to however fruit that causes heat stroke. Okay.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
I'm scared I'm gonna fuck this up. The code part. But I know what to do. I'm just like, the code is gonna fuck me up.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken by mice means...
I'm sorry. But as things
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look at...
I thought I was supposed to play along, my bad.
Before I retrieve your product, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to...
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer...
Fuck, okay. Right, okay. I got it.
Before I retrieve your product, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring?
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
In both.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products
I'm buying
beautifully.
a lot. I'm buying a lot.
Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? I'll hate them if we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way! Look, he's over there! Hooray!
The mantra.
Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right!
Here, over here. You can stop
Dory's
running now.
you! Oh, little genie girl.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else,
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Oh, you're Dory. Okay, yeah, I'll treat you nice.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch, but it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp.
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a...
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much more they might have. Not only will they get caught by the matcha, but they'll also... So that's why I prefer to have custom... It's your first time here, but don't worry. I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably...
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hiliturls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on...
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that topic?
Emma.
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an
Ooh, now this sounds like a...
2 million Mora, and it's...
Whoa! That's a...
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on...
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 in that triangle.
Ah, you've really got a good head on your shoulders.
Because I don't actually have to do anything.
Take these, please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with the taste
I didn't get to
for
pick
both
anything.
the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 Mora more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million Mora.
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1... Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem.
Excellent! Then please, select from the...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we...
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million...
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these.
The old shitty.
What did you see? So they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword fighting techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one.
Alright, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Fuck. We're supposed to gain her friendship, so why not?
Ha! You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa.
Very
There's so
successful.
many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos.
You're a pretty daring...
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about...
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the God...
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or how to find your sister?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in...
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is.
What's inside of it?
As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this...
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own... To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this the day after tomorrow, Go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Haytham, before you go, we have...
You two want to try using a knowledge? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic.
The music is great. I love the music. What the fuck? Why is that glowing? Don't know why that shit's glowing down there.
This place works. Show me.
Here.
Sword fighting techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge.
Really? Aw, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge capsule, and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your... There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But...
Wow! Haytham! You must be... Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academy.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed...
Sounds like you're...
All right, let's begin the test.
I'm pretty weak right now.
Scatter! Yeah! Yeah! Gather!
Solidify!
Propagate!
All right. I'll link your Akasha. The next step is to use this. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish.
Fucking cool. I'm just down. It's like the Matrix. I'm just downloading memories.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Stabilize!
Illusion shattered!
Scatter!
hope I
Now,
did good.
I'll start recording.
Oh, hey, Thumb. How's it go?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance
Wait! How much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally—
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems— I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Really? I gotta wait actual in-game 2 days? That's insane. I'm not even sure. You know what? Just because of the fact that the game wants me to wait, I'm gonna just end the stream here. I'm tired. I want to get some sleep. I'm honestly tired, so I'm gonna end the stream here. This is the perfect time for a break. I had a great time playing this. It's a great way. I'm so happy there's a lot more skin diversity. I'm having a great time. I just gotta work on these domains when I finally get to them and get these talents up badly. I haven't gotten a thingy yet. But either way, I've been having fun. So let me go get some sleep. Appreciate. See you in the next one.